Hello guys, my name is Kiminek with this new video, and today I'll be doing a long-awaited video. My most favorite tanks. You knew it was coming someday. This video will be a little bit different from the others, maybe not for you, but definitely for me. You see, I usually stick to a certain ranking by which I determine the rankings of tanks on my list, but today I won't have any sort of ranking for the tanks on this list. I'll be just spitting out my favorite tanks, saying why I like them, and so on and so on and so on, but I won't really have any sort of ranking behind the entirety of this list. As well, I'm recording and straight away editing this video out, so I get no idea how many tanks will eventually end up on this list. But whatever, let's get into the list, shall we?
Yeah, boy!
The first participant on this list is gonna be the Hetzer. Oh, the good old Hetzers. They can always hit my mood and make me hate my life even more than I already do. Especially when I play a lightly armored tank and this ding dong starts appearing from behind a corner.
No.
The brown alert is strong with me at that point. But it gets even worse once you see it as it slowly turns towards you.
Bitch!
This thing is one of the reasons I'm still playing this game. You see, back in the days when I was still a complete fucking dingus that thought that the strongest fucking tank in the game is 200 tons heavy Mickey, I was grinding for it, but that's another story. I risked it all at that point. All my experience earned so far to research a same tier vehicle that didn't even lead to the almighty one. A heretical move from me, I know, but one of the most successful risks I've ever taken nonetheless. At that time, the game wasn't as easy as it is nowadays, you know. It wasn't a piece of cake given to you, it was a kick in the nuts you had to enjoy. It was an "aw man, bottom tier again." It was PZ38 and A fighting a damn freaking IS-4. Not fun. I personally would have left the game at that point if it wasn't for the happy mistake of buying Hetzer. I was finally capable of playing a game that taught me how to play it instead of going full Cuphead mode where you collect battle and a tiny little wheel starts spinning, choosing whether or not it's gonna fuck you over. It fucked you over in the end, anyways. The War of Tanks was just unplayable. But then I got my Hetzer and things got different.
Bitch!
Okay, not all that much, but I was still capable of doing at least some damage, unlike in my PZ38 NA where I'd go in the middle of a fucking field and be like, I'll make my stand here. And then I died, obviously. What? In the end, I was capable of getting only about 30 damage spot because everybody had higher V range than I did. But hey, as long as I got some XP, it was worth it, I guess. The second tank is gonna be the E50M. And the E50... This boxy piece of shadowy substance is a little fucking break. Like really, even if you look closely at the Great Wall of China, you will see that it's in fact just a bunch of E50Ms stacked on top of each other. But if you look even closer, you will see that those E50Ms are in fact made out of Nokias, making the Great Wall of China truly impenetrable. Well, until you look it up on the Rule 34. Yeah. However, if you look even closer to the closer, you'll realize that they are speaking English in Zimbabwe. Guess you learn new things every day. So though, the E50M's armor is fake, like really fake, like damn. But that's not the only reason why I love this tank. The other reason is that while it's sure as hell heavy, it maintains a typical medium tank-ish speed. It maybe isn't the fastest tank around, which it definitely isn't, but just like the Flash's Bear Flush used to say, it has bye snickers since I can't do any of it with my braces on. Long story short, the E50 is both fast and heavily armored, giving it the ability to ram your enemies with ease. Unless you decide to ram that rodent I've talked about before. But as a cherry on top, or more like a sausage on top, this tank has a pretty nice gun, especially the tier 9 variant, the E50, which has the highest tier 9 medium tank DPM, while being one of the most accurate tanks of its tier, and you know how much I like accuracy. The combination of the mobility and the armor of this tank is quite similar to Goku's and Vegeta, that gives Goku his Super Saiyan powers and Vegeta is like meh in the background. This also makes me love this tank. You can either be that annoying freaking medium perma-detracking his opponents while being hidden in the shadows of a flat fucking field for some reason, or you can be that frontline brawler not giving a single damn about how many enemies are there shooting at you. Well, that's until they'll decide to throw some buchtichke at you. The E50 was the tank I always picked when every other member of my platoon picked a medium and shouted at me like, Kiminek, would you pick something fast for once or wanna wiggle our weenie in the backline once again? So I was like, you know what, screw you, I'm gonna pick the heaviest slug around, and that's how I got to like this tank, by purposely raising my middle finger to my friends. Yeah. The first tank is gonna be the TVP T50/51. This tank is definitely the newest addition to this list, since I feel like I started liking it only somewhere around the half of 2016, which is not that, holy shit, that's longer than my YouTube career. But yeah, it's still the newest tank over here. Now, why do I like it? Well, similar to the Hetzer, it was a tank that kept me playing even after I got bored of the game. Back at the very end of the 2015, when Trump's presidency was nothing more than an online meme, I was getting bored of the game, and the only thing that got me back into it was the addition of the new Czechoslovakian tanks. Czechoslovakian tanks. A tank tree that was partially made by my very own country. Heck yeah, I thought. Well, it wasn't long before people started calling them just Czech tanks though. For Christ's sake, they are Czechoslovakian, not just Czech. Are British Isles just England? Germany just Bavaria? Netherlands just Holland? Learn the fucking difference. I ain't judging the wall of the USA by some rednecks from Texas. Even if the trumpet being a president is fun, it's still a joke, I don't mean it seriously. Still though, this thing itself caught my attention because it looked like a batchet with a Russian thread. Great, no? Except for the fact that the batchet is gonna be like... while leaving you stuck with the heavies. The turret on the other hand might look as if it was torn out of some sci-fi movie from the 80s, but trust me, unless your enemies are fucking stormtroopers, the shape isn't gonna help anything. And since you're not Russian, you'll quickly learn that the pie is a lie and you got no actual turret armor. So your best bet's gonna be that the enemy you are facing looks somewhat like this. Now that I think of it, the turret might be looking Russian when you first see it, but look at this. The height of it is a bit different. It's a trap. Now it doesn't really look like a pan, you see. It is a pot. It's a fucking pothead.
Do you know the way?
It has forsaken his brothers Cuphead and Mugman just to get his bird's own eyes and... look at it. It busts a nut 4 times in a row and then runs away. Ejaculates and evacuates. Shoots and scoots. Blows its loads and hits... What the fuck am I reading? Well, long story short, it is the highest burst in the game, which isn't capable of one-clipping anything at all. Yet still people cry about how OP it is. Wow, actually. But honestly said, nothing's gonna be the feeling of finding some fine ass with this tank. The fourth tank on this list is gonna be the Friedrich. Do you remember how I said how ecological are the Russians with their recycling methods during the World War II? Well, buckle up because the Hitler was apparently high enough to stuff Tesla fucking motors into this tank. Yes, you heard right. He stuffed electrical motors into a fucking tank. Heavy tank while we are at it, since it had the weight of about 65 tons. That's just about as much as the M1A2 Abrams, one of the heaviest currently operational tanks. All fueled by an electric engine. Gosh, just imagine how terribly it must have worked. But now we can at least add the Ferdinand to those comparisons with Tesla cars. Here we go, I made my own one. Still, this tank became my favorite long ago, since it does represent my playstyle really freaking well. BDSM trap with a fake sausage. Alright, just a bit on a side note. Searching for that picture made my face look like Macaulay Culkin slapping on some aftershave in Home Alone. What a terrible sight. So though, I like heavily armored slow tanks for the fact that I can make our strategy in peace. Charge! And then execute it in the heat of a battle. Yeah, I may sound like a hyperactive, aggressive rat, but I like to think, alright? The heavy armor is something that I truly rely on, and the great accuracy of the gun helps me with the execution of my plan. Long story short, I like this tank because of how well it fits my playstyle. The other reason why I love it so much is the fact that it was my clan tank. I joined my first clan because they saw me wrecking everything around me left and right with this tank, and they wanted me to play it over and over again until I got bored of it. I still enjoy it from time to time though. But now to the more statistical reasons to like this tank. The armor of this tank is like a cute anime girl. Thick as fuck. By the way, that planned placement though. Now for real. It has those cute enemy cheeks you can see on enemy girls. Sadly they are not red, not pinkish, but green, indicating that you can pen them with every single shell despite their angling. Oh, and while we are at this, do you know why I don't show it in the live mode? So we can see exactly where we can pen this tank. Because the gun this tank has 246 penetration, capable of penetrating everything from flat earthers, tinfoil heads to the previously mentioned E50. My lady. Oh, and that's not all. This gun has 490 alpha damage on top of that, which lets you rip holes in the enemy's armor probably the size of salt mines that you can find in League of Legends. Bitch! Sadly, the 490 alpha damage is normal in comparison to the other TD, but it has an excellent EPM of over 2600, which allows you to hear that bitch 5.5 times a minute. Alright, I'll stop with that. We have heard that guy more than enough times since the beginning of this video. Long story short, this tank has amazing armor, amazing gun, and not so great mobility. However, if you know how to position yourself well, you'll be like that annoying as fuck teacher at the end of a lesson blocking your way out because the ring signals the beginning of a break for him, not you. How I fucking hate them. But now to my most favorite tank, which is, without any doubts, the Ekbender. Now, I played a lot of our favorite tier 4 Tortoise, and I absolutely loved it, so I obviously researched hard tiers very quickly. However, all of the tanks I played, including the Pancake Master himself, felt like, well, toys. Not the ones I'm thinking about right now. And since I mentioned it, not the ones you are thinking about right now, since those would have at least some kind of penetration, unlike these. Some tanks obviously made sense to feel like toys while playing, but mostly I just thought I'm playing a fucking tank game, yet still my tanks feel so clunky and weak, to which I answer, just like me in real life. Eventually I got to the tier 7 Ekbender and I fucking loved it. Why? That freaking ass. Like really, once I saw the rear of this tank for the first time, I saw a tank. Not just some glorified lawnmower, but a tank. Real fucking tank.
Lawnmower. Lawnmower.
It felt so heavy, just the way a tank should be. Tracks wide enough to support a weight of couple tens of tons, not these escalator handrails or what the fuck are they. Engine churning in the background and exhaust puffing, clouds of smoke making you feel like a goddamn locomotive. Finally something different from those low tier Lada engines with like 200,000 kilometers on track. Oh, and the gun. The gun actually sounded as if your German crew members ate sausages while having a megaphone in front of their mouths. So, no, the gun sound was absolutely fucking terrific, but the rest was absolutely amazing, and on top of it, it wasn't like the tank was weak or anything. No, it actually was and still is pretty damn powerful. Not the best, but still something I like to play occasionally. Now if it comes to this tank, it isn't exactly the most heavily armored tank out there, but definitely has something to show off apart from the slide at the front of it. 80 armor. So much. It may be well angled, but even those 110mm are pretty poor for a tier 7 tank, and unless you hit the gun mantlet, you're gonna go through basically any part of this tank. So yeah, the armor is there just to block some occasional high explosives. The speed on the other hand, oh heck yeah. Sure, not T67 level mobility, but still super mobile for a TD, especially a turretless one. Lastly, the gun's the main reason you want to play it. Really accurate gun, fast aiming, excellent DPM and great penetration. What more would you want from a gun on this tier? Oh. Sadly you can't fire it around like a madman. Why? You are Russian, so you got no camo. This means that you gotta be extra careful while shooting. Double bushing, 15 meters rule, you got me, don't ya? In the end, however, you will still get spotted, and once you get spotted, you will look somewhat like this. Ooh, nice ace. Now let me shoot it. Also, I fucking love this bird. But the main reason why I love this tank is the fact that it showed me the way. Anyways, this is gonna be the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, give it a like, comment, subscribe, whatever the hell you want. But mainly, please share this video. I'm obviously an unpopular YouTuber, so every share counts twice. I'm not even kidding with this. Please help me grow. So though, hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that I'll see you next time. Bye.